Shout out to Bet Online for originally dropping the widely available total for the Shane Young and Gabriel Miranda fight at a 1.5. And we were able to cash that at plus 165 for last week's dog of the night prediction. So shout out to anybody that was able to tail that as well. And then we also cashed on last night's Contender Series dog of the night prediction, which was the under 2.5 in the Julia Pilastri fight. And she was able to get it done in the second round for us pretty easily. That pushes our dog of the night record now to 42-60 for the year for plus 1.68 units and a 2% ROI. Very happy that we're finally getting out of the black, but still got some work to do to try to get that to that 10, 20, and 30 unit mark that I hope to achieve by the end of the year. Obviously, I got another 3 dog of the night predictions for you guys, or candidates for you guys to choose from. And if you remember, the only place to find out which the official dog of the night prediction is going to be, check out the link in the description below for my personal Patreon page. I'll have it dropped there for you guys to check out and hopefully catch another one for you guys this weekend. Also, just a quick reminder, if you're looking to do any studying on the upcoming regional events going down this weekend as well, we got KSW, we got LFA, we got Fury FC, and then obviously the rest of the Contender Series season as well. The best place to do so is on the MMA Fight Archive, as we have direct links to past fights from all of these upcoming fights from the UFC, PFL, Bellator, which has 20-something fights at the end of the month. All of that can be found on the MMA Fight Archive. We got close to 2,300 fighter profiles on there for you guys to research, and not to mention close to 55 subscribers on there as well. Find out why some of the top cappers, commentators, coaches, and fighters use this service to prepare for their upcoming matchups, and you can use it too. 7-day free trial available, link in the description below. All right. First dog of the night candidate that I have for you guys is Mr. Josh Fremd, who comes in at plus 310. Now, I get it. All the love out there right now is for Roman Kopylov, but I believe that Josh Fremd is much better than people are making him out to be. He had a close fight against Jamie Pickett, and sometimes guys have, off nights, and some stylistic matchups may seem closer than they actually should be. And with Jamie Pickett, you were getting a guy that was strong and very tough to deal with in clinch situations, but Fremd did a great job in terms of imposing his will and still getting the victory. On the flip side with Kopylov, the guy's been looking spectacular. What can I say? He's going out there, got 3 straight finishes during this 3-fight winning streak, but I believe he has some holes in his game in terms of his cardio and ability to deal with guys who are going to be consistently looking to grapple him. Yes, Punahele Soriano went 0 of 3 on takedowns against him, but he telegraphed every single one of his shots and was a little bit too slow from outside, trying to use his power shots to close the distance and get much of his game going. Couldn't do any of it. The pinpoint accuracy of Kopylov and his striking, especially the combinations, were getting to Soriano, and he was able to get the finish. But if you guys go back and watch that fight and look in the second round, you see Kopylov huffing and puffing, even puts his hands on his hips for a little bit. That's a no-no against a guy in Josh Fremd who trains at altitude, who likes that pace of just putting the pressure on his opponents, utilizing his grappling. Even if he doesn't get the takedowns, I get it, Kopylov has a 90% takedown defense rate, but all he needs to do is wear on Kopylov, really put the pressure on him, push him further than he's been pushed before in the UFC, and start to pull away in deep waters in this matchup. So you can either target Fremd money line plus 310 is a beautiful line for especially with the angle that I'm trying to drop for you guys here. Fremd round 3, which I'm sure is going to be insane odds, but even Fremd by decision, I think he can get it done by winning the final 2 rounds as well. So I feel like this is a case of people getting ahead of themselves in terms of guy that came up short or came to a very close decision against Jamie Pickett versus a guy who's been going out there and finishing his opponents. Every fight is a different puzzle, is a different matchup, and I feel like this one actually benefits Josh Fremd, and at plus 310 seems like a no-brainer shot. Second dog of the night candidate that I have for you guys is going to be a women's under. We're going to go with Lupita Godinez and Elise Reed to finish under 2.5 rounds at plus 165. Obviously, I think the majority of the finishing condition here comes on the Godinez side, who is going to have a decided advantage in the grappling realm. Does she use it as aggressively as she has in the past? That remains to be seen, but it's hard to say that she won't, considering that the 3 losses that Reed currently has in the UFC have all come from fighters looking to take her to the mat and then dominating her from that top position. For God's sakes, Loma Lukbuni, a Muay Thai fighter who's still developing a grappling game, was able to get her to the ground and submit her. If Lupita Godinez cannot see that and see that she can absolutely get the takedowns here, on paper, she is the best wrestler that Elise Reed has fought to date in the UFC. If Godinez is able to get this fight to the ground, she should dominate from on top, and that should open up a finishing opportunity for her, which is why at plus 165, sign me up. And the third and final dog of the night candidate I have for you guys is going to be Mr. Kevin Holland, coming in at plus 120 as he goes up against Jack Della Maddalena in the co-main event of this card. Now, both these guys are usually fan favorites when it comes to the betting lines, as these guys are usually in the minus 200, minus 250, minus 300 range. But now that they're going up against each other, it seems like the public is siding with the Australian here and Jack Della Maddalena. But I kind of disagree, and not just because of the close fight that Maddalena had against Basil Hafez in his last matchup. This is a completely different stylistic approach. Kevin Holland is a very solid striker from distance, especially when he's going to be able to get his striking going with his 1-2s down the pipe and even his kicks up the middle. He's going to have an 8-inch reach advantage. Jack does his best work when he's able to crash the pocket and get his combination striking off and utilize the body work and then mixing it up to the head. But I find it hard that he's going to be able to continuously do that against a guy in Kevin Holland who should be able to maintain his range for the majority of this fight and land big shots from distance. I wouldn't even count it out of the realm of possibility that we see Holland look to attack this from a grapple-heavy approach. I don't think he's as good of a wrestler as Basil Hafez is, but I think he can kind of trick and sneak in some takedowns here as both him and Jack are throwing in the pocket at certain points. But I think Kevin Holland at plus 120, far more experience, has the long-range tools to deal with Maddalena, and has the jiu-jitsu game to surprise Maddalena as well. So at plus 120, why not? There you guys go, the top 3 dog of the night candidates for UFC Noche UFC. Just a quick summary here again. Fremd plus 310, Godinez Reed under 2.5, and Kevin Holland plus 120. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content today, and I'll be back tomorrow for the quick picks video, which has caught some fire. Appreciate everybody that's been checking that out. That will drop tomorrow, as well as the Locky two-step slash the Locky Trinity, which is the free parlay that I give out for you guys as well. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.